about the politicians. And let everybody stop trying to cosplay, cosplay as traditionalists. They will come around. You will see some of, well, Oni, that one never talks, say, they know, so that one has faced the tradition proper. But you see so many of them, they will say that Jesus is the king. Jesus is this and that. And you are wearing a traditional crown. You are supposed to have passed through the normal traditional ritual that made you king. Are you not mad? So we're now watching those who were supposed to protect and preserve the Yoruba culture, the Yoruba tradition, including the Yoruba traditional institutions, desecrate all of them. They have desecrated all of them, and we are watching it. So is it not time to stop this cosplaying about, How about we just leave all this drama about, a king, because there's absolutely nothing relevant about it anymore. In another 10, 15 years, you have all the political obas everywhere. So what exactly makes them oba now? What makes them different from you and I? Because I'm not going to go and bow for anybody who says he's a Christian king, Abi is an Islamic king. I'm not going to go bow down for you. I will avoid you. Like, nobody say I go get there, I will come. No, I will avoid you totally. Like, why should I be around you? You are not a king in Saudi Arabia. You are not a king in Jerusalem, Abina, Israel. What have you? In Yoruba land, right, a king doesn't have any other religion than his traditional religion. His job is to preserve, protect that institution, not make mockery of it, because that's exactly what it is right now, right? So here is a man, right, that enjoyed all the benefits of being called Awujale. And then at the last hour, he called this, what do we call these Larubawa people again? Call them something. And they were so proud to pick him, and, like, yes, it has come to stay. From now on, we don't want any Sheshe and the rest of that. Awujale of Ijebu land. You would think they are carrying the corpse of the chief imam of Ijebu. That is the Awujale of Ijebu land, the paramount ruler of Ijebu land, being carried like that. And since you are going to see Alajas, Afa Alomokeu in Ijebu, who are also, to them, Allah has conquered traditional this. They are Yorubas. They are Yorubas. And they are Ijebu. In Ijebu land, you will see all of them dress up for traditional, when they are doing all these traditional festivals. They want to be Ijebus that way. But the real thing that makes them that, their tradition, they actually despise it. They despise it. You will see a lot of them gloat over seeing the externals come around to come and adopt this their tradition. Look at, so it becomes a cosplay of a thing. And this is how they treated the supposed traditionalists, who are even just there to pay their own. They were supposed to pay their own last respect as well. They were completely cut off. Some people are very proud of it because Allah has won. Allah is Damn.
Ọkùn Mùsùlùmí ni Oku Muslimi. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go Anybody you see with the Shaki, anybody you see with the Shaki, anybody later, anybody nobody but the Shaki, anybody nobody but the Shaki, come no, no way, don't blame me.
So now let's go over that again. They were not there uninvited, because it is actually their right to see him, a king in a Jebu land, had his own real kind of like constituents, in a constituency cut off. They were not uninvited guests. They were actually those who were supposed to be performing that barrier, but they were humiliated. Do you understand? Did you also notice the intolerance of this kind of Muslims? The fanatics that have been trying, including this dead Awujale, the fanatics, these Muslim fanatics, these Islamic fanatics, you know that they are so intolerant enough that they made it look like they were burying a chief imam that joined Ogboni, like a chief imam that joined court, and his court group are coming to come and that's how they anyone that know anybody that you see with Shaki, beat them, chase them out of here. And they were so happy. Guess what? They are mostly Yoruba. They are mostly Ijebus. And I hope some of you will look back in another 10, 15 years and be so proud of what you have done. You know? You should be so proud. Awujale enjoyed the office of the traditional institution. He enjoyed all of that simply because an institution that precedes his own forefathers, and got preserved until it came to him. Preserved by some people, preserved by some processes, right? But because of their religion, Islam said, "Ama Borisha, Kama Borisha, we cannot be worshiping idol." But they will go, you know what I mean? They will go to Mecca, right? To go and stone an imaginary shaitan. They are so intolerant that they build their supposed relevance on how much they can desecrate their own supposed tradition, which they have rejected. No, I'm no longer a Borisha. Like, you look back in another 10, 20 years. By then, so many of us will be very much older if we are still alive. And maybe we can refer back to this video and say, maybe we saw the future. So is Yoruba culture and tradition now turning into a cosplay, commercialized, monetized, sort of like products now? No substance. Just do everything as cosplay. Let's pretend that we are traditionalists. Let's just pretend that let's dress so fancifully with all these jewelries and all of that. Let's call all the cameramen and all the social media influencers to come and take pictures, come and see us. We love our culture and tradition so much. We are not bothered that it's going to be substanceless. No substance. Yeah? Listen to this guy. He kind of captured it better than myself.
The fact that you allowed, because you were bent on becoming the Awujale, you allowed the traditionalists to keep you in a secluded place for 3 months performing rituals every day of those 3 months, 90 days.
You start on that stool for 65
and you
years.
start on the throne for 65 years. For God's sake, you are now changing the game. Suddenly, you say you are now a born again Muslim, and then that nobody. And unfortunately, some traditional rulers are now towing this line, and in a way, even as sophisticated as Britain is today, when the passage rites were to be done for the Queen when she died, a lot of things came up. There was a particular stone that was brought out.
Even a goat
was leading the military parade and all that. So if at that level they still uphold their culture and tradition, why would we? Why should we?
It's really concerning if you
honestly
go through
why
this.
should we go through this trajectory? If you know you are not ready for all these things, stay out of traditional issues.
No.
It's not compulsory that you must be a king.
Exactly. Oh, I'm a Christian. Listen to this. Oh, I'm a Christian. And I'm also a prince. And I know that this traditional institution and everything they do is against my belief. Why should you go and join it? To go and help use your religion to destroy it? Why? You are a Muslim. And you believe strongly in Allah. Like genuinely, you believe strongly in Allah. Why did you submit yourself? Because it's all fraud and fraudulent. You see, I don't get it though. Yeah? These are the characters you call leaders. They lived like leaders. These are not leaders. People who cannot uphold the tenets of the supposed rules that brought them to this position. If they cannot hold on to that, like why should they parade themselves as leaders? You understand? Like, I don't want to be part of all of this. It's against my belief. So easy and so simple, then you stay away. Rather than, oh, I'm just going to pretend like, yes, I'm going to be king. And once I become king, I'll just be a born-again king. What is born-again king? You can go on, you can even go on and become a pope, or bishop, or chief imam, or sheikili somewhere. You can be anything, and you can be very much dedicated. I say, this is what I want to do. Or you take on the institution of supposed people, a tribe, and you smashed it. And everybody should clap. In the next 10, 20 years, royal institutions as you have them in that contraption will become mostly just ceremonial, substanceless. Substanceless. There are still some kings though who also feel concerned, like, what the heck? Like, who is deceiving who? Shouldn't you they deceive your Allah? I mean, your Allah they deceive you. I mean, which of them is deceiving? Who is deceiving who?
Àwọn ọba sì wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ọba kan lẹ́ẹ̀kan wọ́n lọ́ba kan ó wàjà. Mo ní tó Ọlọ́run kó ṣe ikú nísìmí fún àwọn bàbá wa. Ṣùgbọ́n mo mọ̀ pé ẹni máa jọba sí àwọn afọwọ́ jẹ́ àwò dáadáa o. Torí gbogbo wa ń gbà tá a máa jọba ìyá mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣe ń bẹ̀ o. Christian kan ló wé wa ní náà ọ̀tọ̀ àmì òróró lé wa lórí o. Mùsùlùmí ò dẹ̀wé tọ̀ bá ń fún wa o. A apply ni o. Ìṣèpá àjókòó sílé wa tó wá fà wá tipátipá o. Àwa débẹ̀ tó sì àwa da àṣà. A sọ pé a lè ṣe modification sí bó ṣe ń ṣe ìlànà ìsìnkú ọba. Ṣùgbọ́n ká gbógun ọba síta, ká máa wẹ̀, ká máa kírun sí lára. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kó bá kú o. Ọba máa wàjà rí o. Ọlọ́run kẹ̀jẹ́ ká túbọ̀ dàgbà ká dògbò. Lágbà Elédùmarè gbogbo ẹ̀yàn ọba èèyàn kí bó sómi kó tó kó tutù mọ́ òun o. Ẹni tó bá mọ̀ fún òun lọ́ba ẹ̀jẹ̀ kó lọ gbọ́ balẹ̀. Wọ́n pélé fún àtọ́ àṣẹ ọba nìyẹn. Ọba tí ò jẹ àṣẹ ọba kí ló fẹ́ fi pẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀. Báwo ló ṣe fi palálẹ̀ tó.
So, no wonder when some of them wanted to write Yoruba history, they said that Oduduwa came from Mecca because of this religious influence that they have been pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. Right? Pushing stupid, useless stories just to ensure that they indoctrinated us with this religious, that Oduduwa came from Mecca. He ran away from Mecca and he then came to they even made movies, they wrote books. A royal father, a king, they had to put him right there on the floor. They are bathing him. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Yet most of them actually knows the rituals that made him king. So to them he's converted. That's what those guys were saying there, that, you know what? Nobody forced you to be a king. You were not dragged out of your house that you must be the king. No. Majority of you actually applied. You lobbied, you bribed people because you want to be king. So that you could enjoy all the benefits, all the respect, the regard, the gifts, everything. But like your criminal politicians in that contraption, never to do the job. Never. It's never to do the job. Nobody forced you to be king. You want to be the leader of the Christians. Alaye, go and apply for Anglican, abi Catholic, abi kolo join ni Oledepo, abi Roboye. They open one branch for you. But yeah, some will say Yorubas have lost it. Baba, look at those we called our Ashiwaju. They call them the Ashiwaju, the leaders of Yoruba land. Go and scrutinize them one by one. Then you realize that Chena the Mongo, Abina the fruit. The fruit didn't fall far from the tree. So to say, selfish alive, selfish in death. What do you think this is going to be like? What do you think this precedence is going to be like for others all over Yoruba land? They will say, oh, they have made the law. I very strongly believe that a lot can be corrected the moment this Yoruba land is completely detached from this contraption called Nigeria. Everything can be reset. Everything. But for the sake of posterity, for our own children, and that's why they have to see videos like this. Okay? This is not how it is. It was. This is not how it should be. Children, this is not how it is done. These guys are as selfish as they were alive and as they are in death. Selfish. But for the record, for the future generations, right? If this hasn't been changed by the time you are old enough, you should do it. Read your history. These mofos have done so much to rewrite the history in their selfishness, and they have all the gullible idiots that will defend them because religion is a very powerful stuff in that contraption. They said it is the opium of the poor. Sometimes it's actually the opium of the rich too. They get eye on it. You come across my video in 10 years or 20 years, gentlemen and ladies, this was never how it was. These selfish rogues changed everything. They even made laws to make it permanent, but it won't be. Not for long. Now let's put that aside like other things that will never be. There was a time that Bokuwari was the evil that Nigerians always dreamt about. At the time, Bokuwari became deaf and dumb. That they had to rush him down to the UK for ear infection. He know the ear, he know the talk. So it was then they discovered that the people of Benue and the bloodbath that they have suffered under Bokuwari, there were a group of them that will go up to the hills very early in the morning, and they will be calling, Buario, Buario. like that.